best town in the territory, WWF style, would definitely be New York. And thinking of New York, obviously we mentioned it before, Madison Square Garden. And May 19th, 1996, I don't know if you'll remember this exact date, but you'll definitely remember what the story is. And that is, of course, the infamous curtain call, the unscripted incident, if you will, that happened on that date where, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels basically go into business for themselves. And after their matches, they all hug in the ring. They break kayfabe. And it's captured actually by a fan on camera, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what the hell?" The heels and the faces are hugging in the ring. What's going on? They're breaking kayfabe. They're basically showing that they're friends. What were your thoughts
and
this infamous night?
It all happened very spontaneous. There was no warning to it because there was like a curtain in the back that you could like be back there and peek through the curtain, be able to see the ring. And on that given night, one of them was in a match, and then the match ended, and one of the guys went out there and joined him, and then all of a sudden, another guy just walked past me and went out. Pretty soon, the whole clique was in the ring, and I want to say it was an impromptu thing. I don't know that it was something that had been really thought out or planned. It just because they pretty much would do whatever the moment dictated for them, and they would have no trouble when one guy was out there and he'd have a particularly good match or something happen, and two other guys would go out there to hug him and congratulate. That all of a sudden that would bring this great response from the crowd, and then the other guys that were part of the clique would go out there, and pretty soon they're all in the ring. And like you say, there were times where it would be a mixture of baby faces and heels, and you think, oh my God, they're killing the town, and they didn't. And I can't explain why. I guess it was that there was something magical about them that the fans just couldn't get enough of it and soaked it up. And for me, I was always lucky all through my career from the creative side, where I had to be working with guys with different temperaments, different egos, and to be successful from the creative side, you had to have a personality that could react to whatever the circumstances were and not be flustered by it or show frustration or lose your temper. That just never happened with me because, again, it was part of my personality that whatever happened, I was never going to let get the best of me.
The curtain call that night, you weren't mad at all that these guys are breaking character, because this is kind of like the first time really I can really remember, and I think a lot of the fans, that the baby faces, the heels, they just completely break character. They do whatever they want. Of course, Hall and Nash have no ramifications. They're not getting in trouble. That's their last night in WWF. They're about to head to WCW. What was kind of the thought? Was Vince mad? Were you mad? What's the feel backstage for these guys doing this?
If I remember correctly, Vince wasn't there, and when it was a spontaneous. I want to say it was a spontaneous thing. Now maybe I don't think they had in mind that that's what they were going to do. It just kind of happened, and all of a sudden here's these guys out there that are all friends. You got heels and baby faces, and of course my first thought is, worrying about protecting the business. That oh my God, here's upper echelon guys, heels and baby faces together out there in the ring, hugging each other, and I thought, my God, we've built the business to the point that we've got these huge crowds, and because we always tried to protect the business, and now here they just on their own went out there, and it wasn't like you could go out there and grab somebody and halfway up the aisle and tell them to go back. I mean, it just was a situation that got out of control, and all you could do was just say, "Oh my God, I don't know how the fans are going to react to this. I hope and pray that it's not going to kill the town." And it didn't. And I can't explain why, whether it was the old school in me that thought that, heels and baby faces go out there and work hard in the ring to create heat and an atmosphere in a match where the crowd is conditioned to totally dislike one individual or one team, and then being cheered wildly for the other ones. And now here's these people who, yes, back in the dressing room, the people that are in the arena don't realize that they're all back there and they're all friends. And it's, you're thinking about protecting the business. And is this an expose? Because these guys just, I don't know. Don't they care? All the things that race through your mind, and and I still can't explain it to this day.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates.